And sometimes that could even result in going somewhere where the women might be easier. So it's interesting, growing up, I actually used to always fantasize about living in LA or in California, having this dream life, going to high school here and hanging at the beach with my friends. Growing up as an immigrant, Russian immigrant in Toronto, where my high school experience was far from what I had seen in the films. There was a certain allure to this, and we grow up with this. And I remember watching some of these teen films or TV shows thinking, why are these kids not doing their homework? Why are they always just focused on their romantic life and, hanging out at the beach? What's going on? This doesn't seem realistic. But maybe that's the way it is in California. Excuse me. Girl with a tiny dog.
Hold on.
Sorry, are you in a super...
What's that?
Are you on a super important phone
It's
call
my brother.
with your brother?
Yeah.
Can you tell him a really charming Canadian stopped you on the street and hit on you?
I will tell him that.
And it's
He's
matter...
hitting on me right now. I'm very complimented.
You can't call him back?
Though, so
a lesbian?
yeah,
Wow. That makes things a little inconvenient.
Yeah, it would.
All right, well, it's cool meeting you all the same.
The compliment.
I love the dog, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
All right,
Have a great day.
cheers. I actually remember watching this very interesting documentary a while back called LA Plays Itself. And that consists mainly of shots from various films over the decades in LA, and kind of explores the different representations of LA in film and televisions and how that was used to create this almost utopian or fantasy-like image of LA. And the documentary explores, I guess, the contrast between what real LA is like and how the city's been misrepresented and really kind of glorified. I just wanted to run over, risk everything, hit on you. What's your name?
My name is...
I have a couple hours to kill. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
Vadim, nice to meet you. I know this is kind of random, I know. A charming Canadian emerges from the blue. What are you up to?
Maybe it's a Commonwealth thing. I'm British, so maybe...
Did you just put that accent on all of a sudden?
No.
You totally did not have an accent when I started talking to you. Then you're like...
Hi, so...
Perhaps. Commonwealth thing?
Maybe.
We spot out one another?
Maybe.
Are you just
An
stood...
American thing. Who knows?
Are you just doing some casual shopping? What'd you get at H&M?
Tops, scarves, randomly, because I'm going home for Christmas.
Yeah, I was just getting jeans at the Levi's store, or trying on. It is the most painful thing.
Jean shopping is the worst.
Oh.
It is the worst.
I was thinking, so I tried out a bunch of them, and I remember there was a certain style that fit me well, but I couldn't remember the number. Tried a bunch, they're all a little bit off. I'm I give up. I'm thinking, there must be an easier way to shop for jeans.
I don't think so.
If someone just could take your dimensions.
No, you have to set aside a full day, and then once you find the jeans that fit you, you buy them in every color, and just be done with it for a year.
It's every brand will have its own definition of what is casual, slim, or whatever.
Exactly. So when you find them, every shade that they do, buy them all.
Buy them all?
And then you don't have to do it again for a really long
That's what I should have done with those Levi's jeans last year. I don't remember the number. So you live here?
Yes. I've lived here for a year now.
Okay. Said it very confidently.
Yes.
This is it. This is me. Nothing to hide.
I know, because everyone's always like, so do you think you'll stay? How do you like it? No, for now.
Question, are you in a very committed relationship? And would this be frowned upon?
I'm not, but I already have plates spinning, and they're already with people that don't live here. So
Don't live here?
No.
Plate spinning, I haven't heard that one before.
Like
A couple of long distance things going on?
Kind of.
Are you suggesting this is going to inevitably turn into a long distance thing with late night Skype sessions? I think, living here and experiencing LA as it really is was, a really good reality check for me on a personal level. Not to say that the city is bad in any way. It's a great city. I love coming here. I almost think of it as my second home. But, you get desensitized to all this fucking glitz and glamour and all this shit, and you stop, I guess, putting certain people or certain lifestyles on a pedestal. I think what I want to tie this in with is this idea that, the grass is somewhere greener, that happiness lies somewhere else outside of ourselves in some distant, magical place. People are often running from their problems. They're trying to look to the environment or external stimulus to solve their issues or to distract them or to help them cope, instead of focusing inward and focusing on their purpose and on their journey and on their responsibilities. And the more that they keep perpetuating the cycle of distracting themselves from actually focusing on what's important, the more unhappy, poetic moment right here, the more unhappy they're going to be. Ah, yeah, see, this is what I missed in Toronto. Mexican truck food. This shit is the real deal. I was just killing some time doing some casual shopping. You looked super adorable in your overalls Beetlejuice look. So I had to run over, risk everything, say hello. What's your name?
Like the beer of the state.
Like the beer. Vadim, nice to meet you. I haven't heard that name before.
What's your name?
Vadim.
Redeem?
Yeah, it's a Russian name, but I'm Canadian.
Cool.
I know this is kind of random. Sorry if this was like completely out of the blue. But, I mean, you look cute, and I'm like, why not? What are you up to right now?
I'm on my lunch break.
I hope I'm not like interrupting. So you work like retail, I'm guessing?
No.
Or-
I work at an entertainment.
Is that not a fair guess? Okay. You trying to get food right now?
I'm not. I have to go back. I'm like late.
Okay. Question, are you in like a super committed relationship? Is this like frowned upon?
No.
Oh, you're not? Okay. All right, so that's convenient. I'm actually here for like 5 days. I come to LA like once a month, once every couple of months. So nice to escape the gloom and doom from Toronto. Listen, are you walking here? I was trying to find like tea or something.
Yeah, there's Starbucks down on the left, I think, on the next block.
All right.
and
I'll
then-
walk with you for like 2 minutes and then
Alright, sounds good.
I might have to do some shopping. Who do you fucking remind me of? Maybe the girl from the new.
Baby Driver, I get that a lot.
I'm thinking maybe Lara Croft, the new Tomb Raider,
Who?
the new Tomb Raider film,
I haven't
the
seen that.
new Lara Croft.
I'll have to look it up.
Oh, you're also shopping. All right.
I don't take my lunch breaks. I go back and then I take a
Strategic. She likes to optimize her lunchtime. What are you looking for? Wait, one thing. Hold on, one thing. Do me a huge favor. Don't walk at this like overly frantic pace. You're like. I have a pretty busy schedule, but why don't we maybe hang Sunday or something if you have time?
Sure.
Grab your number. What's your number?
518.
I'll Android message you. Wait, yeah?
Yep.
Do you remember my name? It's one of those weird exotic ones. Probably not. It's Vadim.
Vadim. I was gonna say Raheem.
I've noticed something very interesting about clients who have more money, who are pretty financially stable, who maybe travel a lot. And I'm making a bit of a generalization, but when it comes to, meeting and attracting women and are learning to get good at this, because they already have, a certain level of financial success, there's not enough of a pain point for them to really strap down and focus on getting this part of their life handled, because it takes a lot of work and effort and emotional turmoil to grow as a person, to put yourself on the line, to get rejected, etc. And instead, what they often resort to is moving to some next location, jet setting around, doing something else that's cool to take their mind off of that, when in reality they're really missing that, I guess, those social connections, romantic connections that they've always wanted, right? And instead of working on that, they're just like, I'm going to try to escape the pain and go somewhere else. I'm going to go to Monaco. I'm going to go to Vegas. More stimulus. And sometimes that could even result in going somewhere where the women might be easier. Perceivably. Maybe it's Ukraine, maybe it's Colombia, Thailand, wherever it is. I'm not saying that you shouldn't experience women and femininity in different countries. I think that's great. But I think that should only be a complement to you already having become an attractive masculine man and learn how to connect with women, in your own city, in your own culture, in your own country, and not trying to find some kind of an easy solution to this.